Alright, it's Barry, and today I'm going to show you 5 different ways to use your kitchen rubbish for propagating your plants. It's that time of year again where you want to sow absolutely loads of different seeds, but you're limited by how many propagator trays and lids that you might have. Or you might find that some have gone missing or they've just fallen to bits, and they're not that cheap to replace either. In fact, they're more expensive every year, especially this year. One of the easiest ways to sort yourself out with loads of extra propagators is to reuse all of these bits of kitchen rubbish that you'd normally just lash in your recycling anyway. And the thing is, you can reuse most of these items several times, well, probably definitely, but once you're finished with them, you can just stick them into your recycling anyway, so nothing's actually lost. And at least this way, you're getting multiple uses out of what are traditionally single-use plastic items, and you're making the investment of energy and carbon that goes into producing and transporting and recycling things like this go a little bit further. Plus, you're also reducing the amount of extra trays that you need to buy, which both saves you money and also saves more plastic propagators being made. Let's go over to the bench and have a look at what we can make. So here's a selection of some common bits of rubbish that you'd normally stick in the recycling. I've got a 2-litre pop bottle, a milk bottle, a yoghurt tub and some kitchen roll tubes. I've got mushroom trays, some grape trays, and the only thing that you need is some scissors and then some compost and then whatever it is that you plan to grow in your homemade propagators. First up, I've got this 2-litre pop bottle, and I don't even know if this is the same size that you get over in America or whether they're like gallon bottles or something, but these are our standard size in the UK. We do get massive 3-litre bottles of Coke and Pepsi, and I think they did lemonade in them as well, like the sort that your nana'd get in at Christmas. They're a bit better than this size just because they make a bigger propagator, but a 2-litre size is perfectly fine. First, cut the bottle in half around the middle. Sometimes they have like little guidelines, just like this one, but you just want to aim for the middle. You can make them deeper or a bit more shallow if you want to, but this is perfectly fine for most uses. Then make a single cut straight down. You can do this in the top or the bottom bit, really, it doesn't matter. And then that's maybe 1 inch long, which is 2 to 3 centimetres. And then fill the bottom half of the bottle with your growing substrate. I'm just going to be using some regular peat-free compost, but you can stick whatever in there. This one is perfect for protecting your seedlings from frost. So just as an example, I'm going to stick a small lettuce seedling in here, and it's not in the best condition because it's long overdue planting out, but it will recover just fine once it's in here. All you need to do now is use the small cut that you made earlier to slightly reduce the circumference of the bottom piece while you slide on the top half of the bottle. There we are. And the best part about this one is that you can use the lid to control the humidity. If you're propagating seeds in there, you can take the lid off once they germinate to reduce the humidity inside. Next up is the yoghurt pot, and most of the time these come with a small see-through yoghurt viewing window. Sometimes you call it the lid, and these ones are especially good to use for germinating seeds. It's as simple as putting your compost into the pot. Add in a couple of seeds, I'm going to just stick a bean in there. Give them a good watering, and then stick the lid back on. The light diffusing characteristics of the white tub sides will produce an all-round light effect, which is perfect for your seedlings. Another household bottle that you can use for growing your plants is milk bottles. This is the same process as with the pop bottle. You're just going to cut it in half and then leave maybe 2 or 3 centimetres below the handle on the top half. You might not need to make a downward cut with this one because the square shape should make slotting them together a bit easier, but if they won't go together, just make the same small cut in the bottom half, and I'm just going to do it anyway because there's no harm done. I'm going to do it in the top bit, I think. Again, fill the bottom half with your compost, and then stick your plant in or your seeds, and then you can just put the lid back on. This is another good one for when you're starting off seeds because the sort of half opaque plastic is great for diffusing light for even growth. Next up, I've got these grape boxes, and these are absolutely perfect for making your mini propagators because they usually already have the drainage or ventilation holes ready to go, and obviously the see-through as well, which helps. These are perfect for using with your kitchen rolls, which, as you already know if you watched my videos before, I use loads of these for growing peas and beans. First, we're going to start by cutting the tubes in half, and this is just going to make them go a bit further, and then we're going to make 3 or 4 cuts into the bottom. Now that you've made your cuts in the bottom, we can fold them in, and that is going to let us make a nice little bottom to the pot. Then just fill them with your compost and then stick in whatever seed you're going to be growing in there. Grape trays are perfectly sized to fit 6 tubes in, so stick them in there and then put another one of these grape tubs on top upside down, and that makes your lid. In a couple of weeks you'll have some smashing plants like these broad beans, which are ready for planting out now. Just like the grape trays, I save all of these trays that they put the mushrooms in, and these are always pretty decent quality as far as plastic trays go. In fact, they're better quality than some of the trays that you buy. I either use these just with the compost in there as a seed tray like normal and then sow the seeds on top, or they work well with the grape boxes because you can stick your grape box in there and then you can use the mushroom tray underneath to either catch the runoff from watering or just pour your water straight into the bottom to keep your plants hydrated. You can also use the little grape trays as well. These are perfect little propagator lids for protecting your plants, although I suspect if you use these outside they would end up everywhere, so probably better kept in the greenhouse. Well, that's all there is to it. I hope you've been inspired to make all of your single-use plastics into reusable plant growing propagators. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for a new gardening video every Tuesday and Saturday, and let me know in the comments if you already do any of these or if you've got any other tips for reusing items to make gardening more sustainable. I'll see you next time.